Hi guys, I am going to give you your astro weather for this week from the 14th to the 20th when we all go into Aries season. Yay, Aries season. Why am I snuggled up on my couch looking all comfy? Because I have to live this astrology too, not just you. So I could show you a transits. I could show you a bunch of things. I think I will bring up we have a full moon this week on Friday in Virgo. So I think I will show you that chart in particular. So let me just hold on here. There we go. So full moon in Virgo. Let me just show you. Virgo's right down here. It's this little M-shaped thing with a little hump on it. Here's the moon on, it looks like I got the screenshot set for the 17th, but that does go full. I think it's like 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday morning, the 18th. So we're coming to a full moon in Virgo. That is going to help us because I don't know if you've noticed, but things have been a little much lately. We've had a lot of emotions. If you look down at the bottom of the chart here, we have the moon, and then we have all the rest of the planets on the other side of the chart. What does that mean? That we got a little rumble in the jungle, in the astro heavens. We got all this energy on one side, all this energy. And then we're at the end of Pisces season, which is all about shit coming up and releasing it anyway. Everything's been extremely emotional. And of course, never forget Pluto. He's still hanging out in the mix in the end degrees of Capricorn. When you get to the end degrees of a sign, it gets a little rumbly. So we also have the Pluto at the end degrees of Capricorn over here, the sun at the end of degrees of Pisces over here, and then the moon is going to be at the end degrees of Virgo. What does that mean for all of us? It means we've had some shit coming up. We've had a lot of shit coming up. Not all of it has to be your shit, just shit everywhere around you. Pluto brings up shit, but Pluto also wants you to look at that shit, to transform it. So because Pluto is trining the sun in Pisces, and Pisces by itself is something that dissolves boundaries, dissolves things that have kept you from healing things in the past. Pisces is kind of like going through something that you wanted to change before, but you just had all these reasons, or it was going to be too tough, or you had all these blockages. But by the time you get to the end of Pisces season and you have the support of Pluto, we're all looking at things that, yeah, we didn't want to go out of our way to change anything, but it's so exhausting to not change that thing at this point. It's gotten so toxic and shitty that we're all actually gonna look at the things we have to change and really change it. Pluto brings a lot of shame, guilt, blame, power dynamics up. So that's why there's so much fighting in the heavens and on Earth. Pluto and the sun being connected like that in a sextile, a lot of male power dynamics in a soft Earth, soft emotional sign of Pisces, a lot of dick wagging going on in the heavens and on Earth. But this full moon is going to help everybody. The full moon in Virgo across from the sun is going to be able to back up and see all of that and find the appropriate logical and emotional grounded way to heal it, step by step. Easy does it, no running fast or doing anything like that, and actually heal. So a lot of people right now, you'll see going through the phases of a lot of use of poisons, Pisces, poisons. So be that drugs, alcohol, obsessions, whatever people are addicted to. You'll see a lot of people doing their addictions, but also doing it over the top with Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter enlarges anything that's there. So anybody that's using is going to be using to the point of destruction. But maybe they needed to get to that point so that they can finally see how it affects their life and actually heal. With Pluto, Pluto asks you to accept what's happened so that you can move forward. So my suggestion for all of you is to not get caught in the mental fray of obsession with Pluto, but to allow, to accept and say, yeah, our school is hard. That was shitty of them or shitty of you. Doesn't matter. And move on. There's a lot of guilt in people, in themselves right now, a lot of shame. And if you keep that to yourself, or if you keep the blaming other people in yourself, you can't heal. You'll just be obsessed in that, and Pluto will destroy you. Like that's kind of his job. So the trick to Pluto is it gets revealed. It really, really sucks usually. Accept it so that you can look at things clearly and take the steps to move on. I am going to link something in case a lot of you are having a hard time getting out of your head or getting out of the slump or getting out of the pain, shame, blame, power dynamics, shitty Pluto shit. I'm going to link something that I made, I think a year ago or something, with a theta wave track in it. What you're going to want to do is put the earbuds in. It plays alternating waves in each ear, which will actually streamline your brain waves to theta. So you can be like a Buddhist monk that has meditated their whole life in like an hour. Because if you were to meditate naturally, it takes you going through a process to actually get down to that ancient brain that the theta waves are able to get down to, the place where we store pains, the place where we store cycles of hurt, the deep, deep part of our brain, such as Pluto represents, can be accessed through the theta waves. You can hack your brain thanks to tech. And you can get to the theta wave state of your brain, which will clear everything else out. It will allow you to release the obsession in your mind. It'll allow you to get into the cerebellum. You'll be able to access the pituitary, but the pineal gland. If you keep on doing it, you can it's also the theta wave meditation. If you do it for a while, I guess not forever, not for years, maybe like a month, you can actually get the sparky visual meditations with it naturally that I guess the artificial form of DMT, I think it's called, produces. But that's how I'm able to get the natural visions in my meditations. I use tech to get there. It's all science, so that's good. Anyway, so if you're having problems concentrating right now, I'm gonna link that that video with the theta wave track for you guys, just to mellow it down. Once you listen and your brain gets out of the fight or flight response, the overthinking the response, the having to figure everything out, because usually it's not something to figure out. Usually it's something you actually have to release, which means you have to get into the deep part of the brain where our subconscious stores, like childhood wounds and stuff. And we just react unconsciously without knowing. Once you can clear the thinking, you're actually able to access those parts. Things might come up to you, deep emotional things. Usually when you start to meditate or get into the theta waves, it's actually things of yourself that you end up, that ends up coming up for you first. So accept that and move on. That's my suggestion for you right now. The astrology super supports releasing the guilt and the shame that's keeping us from moving ahead in our everyday lives, and going towards our best self. The astrology right now really supports a spiritual awakening, but anyone who's had a spiritual awakening and knows it's actually a dark night of the soul. So there's a lot of dark night of the souls going on right now. And sometimes the worst thing that happens to us is actually the best thing. And I can vouch for that personally. It's only when you lose kind of everything that you're able to actually let go and be like, okay, what's next? Because usually we're out trying to find happiness outside of ourselves by getting this job or this person or whatever, you know. And it's usually when we lose all hope of those things that we're able to actually find ourselves. And that's where you're truly empowered. So the Virgo full moon specifically, Virgo is all about healing. Virgo is all about serving. You know, any of the Virgos are going to be out there all week, like doing things for people, maybe not physical things. A lot of Virgos do use their voice, use their Mercury. I just met a Virgo that actually, I want to see where his Mercury is, actually does funny videos. And actually the laughter is one of the most healing things that that people can participate in. So I think it's amazing in my little nerd brain that we got a Virgo making people laugh. I'm like, oh, that's how he's healing. I'm gonna have to put that in my brain. Yeah, so that just like raises up your lymphatic system. Laughter does it releases natural endorphins into your brain. It's just like the best kind of uplifting thing. So if you're a Virgo, good job. You know, this is kind of your full moon. People are probably going to see you out more. People are probably going to see you really taking part in your service to the world. But also for everybody else, they're going to have some illumination on, you know, the steps that they need to do to transform their life. Virgo as an energy is able to see clearly and cut out the bullshit, cut out the excess, and really concentrate on the healthiest manner to go towards what you need. This isn't like an if or, I just get truth chills. This isn't a if or but kind of astro week. We're at the end of the Pisces season. It's the end of the astrological year. All the stuff from every other sign throughout the year since last April has all come to this. And we're feeling it all, even if we're not acknowledging that that's what we're going through. Our psyche is processing all of the feelings of all of the signs, and it's a lot, and it's a lot for a lot of people that I know. You guys, I guarantee you know people going through a lot. There's been a lot of passings this Pisces season. Usually if there is a transit of Pisces, there's significant passings in people's life, be it a moon in Pisces or actual Pisces season. And people are really processing the losses this year. But with Pisces, Pisces is also the sign, you know, making those spiritual awakenings possible. You know, so through your loss with the fish going one way, you are reborn. And that's also supported by Pluto, god of the underworld, death and rebirth. So that is my little heads up for you guys. Now, why this particular transit is important, why this particular transit of Pisces is important, Well, because we have Jupiter there, lovelies. And if there's anything that shines and is so beneficial to people, as much as the sun, it's Jupiter. Jupiter is like a Santa Claus. Jupiter wants to bring joy. Jupiter wants to bring blessings. Jupiter wants to, make you your biggest, best self. So as soon as we're able to release and heal, listen to my theta track if you're having problems with that. We're all ready for Aries season. And what happens in Aries season, guys? Well, I'm going to tell you what happens. First of all, when the sun goes through Aries season, everyone is going to be concentrating on their individual houses, but mostly people are going to be concentrating on potential. And Aries is unlimited potential. So all of the dreams that we've had kind of going back and forth in Pisces season, getting wrapped up in all this stuff is going to clear out. And the sun is going to shine on the unlimited possibilities. In addition to that, Jupiter is going to be transiting in Aries in April. So we're all going to be starting something, and we're all going to be given the blessings of Jupiter in, I think it's May 11th that Jupiter goes into Aries actually. And that's when you're going to be able to launch. If you had the fearless knowing of yourself that Aries has, if you did the work in Pisces season. So I love you all. And, going through all of these pain, shame, blame, shit cycles of Pluto, it's hard. I have like 2 years of Pluto squaring my sun. My sun is at 27 degrees Aries, 27, 28. And Pluto is in Capricorn, 27, 28. So I have 2 years of dealing with like, messy situations with male figures. And I felt that a lot, but I have to look at, for me specifically, I have to look at, how I'm, maybe not having enough boundaries, to let those energies in. So, we're all looking at something this week. No blame, because if we didn't fail, we wouldn't learn lessons. So I just wanted to wish you all my love. It's a hard one, but we are going to get through it. No individual has the right to blame you for their falling downs, and you don't have the right to do that to other people. We all choose our own lives. We all choose our own destiny. And also, if you're going through a hard time, have as much empathy for yourself as you have for other people. Like, we're all divine creations. We all fuck up all the time, or school is hard. So hold space for that. Hold space that, you forgive yourself. Otherwise, you can't move on. You can literally transform your whole life today. You may not be able to change the past, but deciding today what you're going to do, the steps you're going to do to heal, the steps you're going to do to move forward, can reach back into the past and make it worse something, all those failings. And everything you do today can set up a strong structure for the future. So that's what I wish for all of you. I love you so much. And yeah, get ready for Aries season, guys. The new beginning of the astrological new year is upon us, and I, for one, cannot wait. Love you guys. I will talk to you soon.